Hey guys, DMartin95 here. Gonna make a video about the GY6 Tool Box. What is the GY6 Tool Box? Well, GY6 Tool Box is the specialty tools that you can use. Now, they're not always needed. People use a BFG screwdriver and, you know, pry bars and whatever they got laying around. However, if you want to do the job easy, this is the way to go right here. So, this video was inspired by Cyborg. He made a video on Scooter Doc's website, scooterdoc.com. You can also check this video out on, I'm going to link to it on It's Ride and Scooter Professor, Scooter Rebel, 49cc, etc., etc. I'm kind of active on a lot of online forum communities, and I want to share this video, show everybody some of the cool tools that are out there. Now, like I said, you're not always going to need this stuff. It just comes in really, really helpful. Okay, now one of the first tools you might need, valve spring compressor. This is a Pit Posse one. Got it from partsforscooters.com. It's a pretty good set. Over here, this is a pulley remover and installer set. This right here, this is your clutch nut. It's also, some people call it, I think it's called a spanner, not a nut, I'm sorry, God, I can't think of it, a socket, a spanner socket. See, it's got those little grooves, help you get the clutch nut off. A lot of guys, they'll take a heavy-duty socket and file it down, but they're pretty cheap. I just bought one. This one is for a 150. It will not work on a 50cc. They are different, 50cc and 150. Over here, we got the valve clearance adjusters. These things are really cool. If you look in there, let me take one apart. That little square part right there, and I'm not getting a good shot. Anyways, that goes on the square part of your valve, and as you see, that's a 12-point star in there. These are Bike Master, and you just put that down in there, and it will hold your valve while you're able to tighten the nut. God, I'm like struggling here for what they're called. I can't think of. It's part of your rocker assembly. I don't know if those nuts have a specific name. We're just gonna call them valve nuts, whatever. Anyways, those really help for doing your valve clearances. This right here, this is a tool for removing the flywheel. You'll see it called a stator remover, flywheel puller, flywheel remover, etc., etc. It's very easy to use. It's reverse thread. You thread it into your rotor or flywheel, and you screw this down, and it pops it off. Boop. This right here, this is also made by Pit Posse. This is a flywheel holder for when you're trying to put it on, or when you're actually both for installation and removal. You just simply put those in holes that's in the face of that thing, and it'll hold it for you. You can also use it for a flywheel or a rotor, maybe the variator, clutch. I don't know what all it can be used for, but it's just basically a holder. Next up, we've got a bolt type wheel puller set. This is one of my prized possessions right here. I seen a thread on itstheride.com, great scooter forum. Guy was having a problem removing oil seals, so I went and did a little bit of researching. This Draper kit is one of the best you can get. Now, it's not just about removal of an oil seal. You can easily get an oil seal out if you don't care about it, simply with a screwdriver, you know, just pry the damn thing out. But this also allows you to professionally install them and without smushing any of the seal out, getting a good press on it, blase splee. This set right here, I don't even want to tell you the price because you guys may laugh me out of the universe because of how much I paid for it. But if you want the best, man, you really got to pay for it. And oh, these are really useful. Stud pullers. They're kind of like a spark plug socket, you know. They go over the studs and they'll pull the studs right out of the head. These things are awesome. You know how a spark plug's got the rubber boot up in it that allows you to grip the spark plug and pulls it out for you? These are the same thing. These work awesome for studs. And of course, this is a snap ring set I got. It's nice. It's from here, I'll pull it out. I guess I should have had all this open. Anyways, it's just a simple snap ring set. This is great for doing things like the little circlip or snap ring, whatever's on there, on the rod that goes in the piston. But there's also snap rings on other things on a GY6. But most of the time, you'll come across what's in the next drawer. Retaining ring pliers. Now these retaining ring, you may have also seen them called circlip pliers. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. E-clip, circlip, you know. But anyways, these things are pretty awesome. And down here is the sister set I got to go with it. This, it's got a bunch of different heads. It'll do just about any circlip, E-clip you got to do. I mean, there's a million different ways, like I said, to do the little clips that's in the piston rod. Not the crank rod, but the little piston rod that's inside the piston that connects the two, that connects the connecting rod. I am doing terrible with names here. But anyways, I found it really useful to have those. And here we go. The Pittsburgh bearing separator. This set right here is awesome. This will help you remove that pesky starter clutch nut. It'll help you take off your well, whatever you got to get behind. And now, this is probably what you guys really been waiting to see. These right here, they're manufactured by Taida. Is what they are. They are what you need to bore your cylinder out. Let me bring it up here. As you can see, it works simply by these studs right here. You mount this on top of your engine. Okay, and that'll be up. This is so hard to do one-handed. Anyways, as you put it in your mill, once this is mounted, and this turns and goes down as it's turning. I can't turn it and push it down with one hand. It's quite difficult. But it shaves out the inside of the right side and left side of the crankcase, allowing the skirt to go down in the case of the engine. And that's how you bore them out. Here's an up close. Now the reason I got two of them, put this back over here. This one is for 57 millimeter studs. Okay, what do I mean by that? It's also called a B-case engine. The B-case engine means it's got the 57 millimeter studs right here, and it's a popular engine because you can bore it out way bigger. A normal GY6 150, that's what this one's for, has 54 millimeter studs, and you can bore it out, the case opening, to a maximum of 66 millimeters. Now, any more than that, you're going to start running into problems because you're going to be hitting other stuff and making it too thin. But when you take that open to 66, that's only going to allow you to fit the skirt in it. These don't have the skirts on them. But anyways, it'll allow you to fit that skirt down in it. The biggest piston you can put in a GY6 150, when you bore it out, you can go up to a 63 millimeter. Now, 63 millimeters is going to put you right at a 180. However, you can also add a crankshaft or a stroker crank and go even higher than a 180. Now these right here, if you look on the inside, there's a bearing right here. So it's not just this thing up in there turning. That is a really nice heavy duty bearing right there. Taida, man, they really spare no expense. If you want quality stuff, go with Taida. I mean, NCY, Hoka, Koso. I mean, there's so many good brands out there, but the analogy I heard with Taida parts, it's the Ferrari, where Hoka is maybe a Camaro. Taida really is top notch. Again, this is something I'm not going to tell you the prices on, actually, because, well, I'm just not going to tell you the prices on these. These are fairly hard to come by, but there are a few sellers out there that sell them. I got them direct from Taida. These came direct. But anyways, this one right here is for the 54 millimeter, and this one is for the 57 millimeter B case. These are very, very nice. And last but not least, we have my brand new 20-ton Harbor Freight shop press. Gotta love Harbor Freight. I mean, a lot of the stuff they sell there, it's, you know, not the greatest quality, but I mean, a shop press, it's really just a bottle jack and it presses down. There's not much to them that can go wrong. But not too long ago, I didn't even know people really had to use these things on a scooter. But you'll find they're most useful. And I owe the discovery of this. I learned about this from a guy named Rapid Jim on Scooter Doc. He's done a couple builds, you know, where he bored out some engines and stuff. He's got a couple nice write-ups on scooterdoc.com. You may want to check that website out. They got a lot of good tech articles. The people's great there. You're really going to like them. They're fun to hang out with. It'sTheRide.com. I mean, them are two really good scooter websites. Anyways, I hope you learned something from this video, and if you have any questions, just post them down in the comments section. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope I helped you.